What's going on, YouTube? Oh, geez, Nitro RC's here, coming at you again from the Nitro Corner, episode 102. I believe it's 102 we were on right now. The good old Nitro Corner, spitting out 102 episodes. Yeah, buddy. So, what we got planned for today is we were supposed to go run buggies today. And I was going to do a little redemption run for the problem truck, since he busted that shock and pretty much took him right on out of there. And I think did he lose rear wheel drive? I can't remember if he lost rear wheel drive too, or if it was just a shock. Damn, no, I can't remember. But anyway, we got him all fixed and he's back and going. So we were going to go run him and my Ravager 9.5 and the LX2, the Monster LX2, because I fixed the pull start on that finally. Finally, Travis Robinson, I finally fixed it last night on that beast. That thing is so insanely powerful. It will actually jump off the ground when you hit the throttle on it. It is crazy. So hopefully we'll get to run those tomorrow. We're supposed to run them today, but there was 2 U-Haul trucks in the lot today unloading everything for 2 different families. So there's no way in hell that me and the pup could have got away with running anything in there. So we just packed it up and come home and waited on parts that we've been waiting on for a very long time. The parts for Monster, who you see I have laid out here in front of us right now as we're speaking, rear end and front end. The parts for Monster were supposed to be here last week Friday. They didn't show up until today. So they were Saturday, Sunday, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. 6 days. They came 6 days late. Good old postal system. And the reason why we put all the videos out over the past 3 days so we could stay home and work on stuff is because we were waiting on this package right here too. This package, which was supposed to be here weeks ago, that had my piston and sleeve for my HPI 3.0 engine that's going in my other MT2. So I have 2 new engines in both my MT2 trucks. And this was supposed to be here. I honestly can't remember the date now, it's been so long. I just tell you that it showed up yesterday, 11 days late. Yeah. You have to love the United States postal system. And you guys hear me rant and rave about it all the time. But anywho, I digress. We're beyond that. Onto this stuff. So I can finally get Monster put back together. And the new gearing, the new C-hubs, the new carriers out here from my awesome seller, who I think is the best seller on eBay. His name is Loomy Dave. He's out of Florida, and he is just a top-notch fella. And it looks like now I have to find the other parts that I thought I had laying out there. Give me 1 second, guys. I didn't know we were missing a bearing. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Found it. Oh, this outer bearing, or inner bearing, I should say, is really loose in the socket. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not snug either. But anyway, it was in the bag. But when you buy from Loomy, you get everything. You get the keepers, the pen keepers, the pins, the bearings. You get the hardware. You get everything you need for what you buy when you buy from him. Yeah, he buys the trucks whole. He strips them down, parts them out, sells them, and he's the best guy in the world. He's gotten a lot of my money from my big parts. Matter of fact, that's how I built Monster here. I built everything from the springs to the pins to the casters to you name it. Dry shafts, everything I bought from Dave, 1 piece at a time, and put this whole truck together. The brand new steering, the bell crank system that I snapped when we broke Monster out at the lot. This is a brand new one too that came from him. So yeah, he's cocked, locked, and ready to rock. We just got to get this outer side on him right now, which goes up on the front. Then we are going to we're going to do something a little wild. I haven't done it yet, but this is the mod 1 or the mod 2. I think this is the mod 2. But we are going to put, I think there's an 18. There's an 18 tooth on the engine. On the motor right here. There's an 18 tooth pinion, and we broke a tooth off this pinion because this is obviously is that bad metal, that cheap monkey metal as they call it, whatever. But this is not the steel metal, and we took that tooth right out of there. So this is an 18 tooth. We're going to upgrade to a 20 tooth, and the spur gear in here is a 54, and we are going down to a 50. So we are going up 2 teeth on the pinion and down 4 teeth on the spur. This thing is going to be a missile because it's already fast enough. So it's going to be geared extremely high. It's going to be faster than hell when we get done with it, guys. It's going to be nuts. And I thought it was fast enough before, and I've never had this gearing in it. So yeah, this is going to be fun stuff when we put those gears in. We are going to totally change this monster when we do that. It's going to be fine. So that's what's going on with those. That's what we got going on with all of this. Kind of wanted to give you the 411. Hold on, guys. Okay. Kind of wanted to give you the 411 on what was going to be going on. I'm going to bring you down in a camera angle over the table. And this is going to be quick. This isn't going to be a long one. Matter of fact, get these camera batteries and everything else out of here I got up here in the way. Got crap everywhere, guys. Crap everywhere because we've been out. Me and the pup have been out in the parking lot, running at the lot. Been having a good time out there, making good videos. You guys have seen my buggies running. Oh man, have you seen them buggies running? Oh my God, that Kyosho was on fire. That Hobeo was on fire. They were just smoking fast. Good tunes on them. They're running good, really good. And the Truggy, the Losi 18, the T8000, that thing in them corners. Oh yeah, buddy, you gotta drive it. You gotta be able to drive it though. But man, he was hitting them corners and just getting it, and it's just now getting broken. Everything you've seen running is no more than 10 to 12 tanks ran through the engines on them. They're all still new, so they're just going to get faster and faster as we go. But anyway, so hopefully tomorrow, today being Wednesday, the last time I ran was Sunday, so I've been waiting on parts. I thought parts were coming in and they never showed up, and then we get caught with people at the lot, and so we can't run because they're in the way and all that stuff, so we just stayed home and waited on parts to come, and they came in. So let's get these fixed. And with any luck, we'll be at the lot tomorrow about 10ish, 11 o'clock. I got guys that'll be here first thing in the morning to fix a leak I have. And so I have to be up for that a lot earlier than what I normally play in. But we'll be up for that and get that taken care of. And then we'll head out to the lot. It's supposed to be nice weather tomorrow too. The bad weather's not supposed to start, I don't believe, until Friday. Lots of wind, lots of rain. So we'll have to wait and see, fellas. But yeah, we'll get another run in. We'll get all three cars ran, my two buggies, and the problem again. We'll get a showing of him. Give us 2 or 3 more videos to put out for you guys, and we'll go from there. But meanwhile, we're going to get Monster put back together. We're going to get Monster geared up, and we're going to move on from there. So, if you guys do me a favor before we get any further, smash that like button for me, please. Give me a thumbs up. Ding! Hit that bell for notifications. So you know when OG's online, when we're in the corner. You know when we're talking shit, fixing shit, or whatever shit, taking shits like Rink says. You just know we get shit done here, whatever it is. But you'll know when OG's online by getting that notification. And if you would please subscribe to the channel if you're not already a subscriber, guys. We're like 8 subs away from hitting 500. You guys are kicking so much ass for me. It is crazy, and I love and appreciate and respect each and every one of you for helping me get this journey going and bring this RC stuff out into the world, you know, and join the rest of the billion of other guys who are out here doing the same thing that I am. But yeah, we're all just doing it for the love of the hobby. This is a great time to be in the hobby. So thumbs up if you would please. Subscribe to the channel if you would please. Hit the bell for the notification if you would please. And let's get this thing started. Okay, I don't know how much of this you're going to be able to see. I tried getting it down here and zeroing it in and going from there. And hold on, guys, I'll be right back. Got somebody at the door. All right, guys, let's get this started. Let's see if we can get anything on this tore apart real quick, like, and what we can get done, and move on from there. I'd like to at least get some of this repaired. If you know what I mean, if you know what I mean, if you know what I mean. Okay. Because we got the pins. That's the nice thing about buying from my guy, Loomy Dave. Everything comes complete. I don't have to reuse my pins. I don't have to reuse my pin holders. I don't have to reuse anything because everything comes complete. The only thing I'm thinking about doing is pulling my bearings out of the old one and putting it into the new one, because I have the blue shields, the good bearings in this one. So I'm thinking about doing that. But besides that, that's it. I don't even need to take this out. I can put this pen and stuff back in here because we're not going to use none of this. No, we're not. So we'll just leave all of this in here as extra parts to be used later on down the road. That's what we're going to do, just like that. Got a good live stream going on in the background. Got the crawler guys going on back there. The crazy mofos. Where's my 2 mil? 2 mil. 2 mil. 2 mil. Pop this steering link off here. Then we're going to pull the drive shaft out. And get that out. Bada bing. Bada boom. Get this in here. Yeah. Okay. Get this in here. It's nice working on these big trucks, don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of screws that hold this son of a bitch together. Let me tell you that right now. I mean, with this size and this weight, you gotta have some hardware. You gotta have some hardware holding this beast together. I get that. I do. But man, there's a lot. Okay. Get this linkage up on here. Am I doing this right? Or I just put that on backwards? No, that's right. Right. Make sure I got this right, guys. That should be the right way. I'm thinking. That's like that. Looks like that. These are the different ones. Why are these different? These aren't the RPM ones, are they? Is that what I bought the last time? I didn't think I did. Yes, they are. This isn't RPM. I knew it. RPM one broke. The RPM carrier, the C-Hub, left the chat, and we are putting a stock one on here. Well, that's depressing. But that's why the stock ones were only $9. Buy them all day. I'll be hitting Loomy Dave up some more. Going, hey brother, I need some more parts. Please, sir. May I have another? Okay, we'll get this in here now. Now we gotta pop the wheel nuts and stuff off. Hold on, guys. You can't see shit. Hold on. Give me a second, boys. Give me a second. I'm gonna turn this camera so you can see. That better? Any better for you guys? Okay, we'll try. We try. There ain't much room working up here with this big crap. Let me tell you that right now. Okay. Pop that off. Let's see with my retaining clip. Pop that off. There's that. There's that. Okay. There's my bearings. See, I got a blue inner bearing and a black outer bearing. How and why that happened, I have no idea. But this is just a stock carrier, a stock bearing. It's not going to fit no different. We'll just go ahead and leave it as is. Yeah, see, it's the actual C-Hub itself that's looser, so I can just leave these bearings in here. Leave those alone. Be done with that. There's the new bearing right there. Okay. Hold on one second, guys. Okay, let's see here. Put this up here. What do we got going on here? Clean this race off. Race is looking good. Pin's looking good. Everything's looking good. Now, run that bad Roscoe back through there. Come on now. Okay. Put that on there. All right, outer bearing on there. Oh, come on now. Casey was all loose before. Don't be going to getting tight now. It's too late for all that, partner. Partner. Oh, I don't want to go over. Don't want to go over the spline. Interesting. We're going to tap, tap, tap the love on this one. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. And we have those on the outside, not the inside. So I'm going to put this back on here. Come on now. There that is. Now to put our retainer pin back on here, ever so carefully, so it doesn't fly across the room and kill everybody. There's that. And there's that. Now we just pull this pin out from the bottom. I'm kind of bummed out about that, guys. I forgot that I actually put RPM shit in here. I smashed that stuff, boys. Let me tell you. RPM didn't stand a chance with OG. OG put the whooping on it. Yes, he did. Alrighty, alrighty, alrighty. OG put the whooping on it. Flat out. So how's everybody doing tonight? Everybody doing okay on this Wednesday? Weather's been nice across the board, I think, besides the weather that's coming. The weather's supposed to get pretty shitty from what I hear this weekend, especially this weekend. Downright, like, dangerous. Storms, tornadoes, 80-mile-an-hour winds, all that kind of jazz, they say. So if you guys are in that storm zone, they've been telling you guys prepare for this for days now, so be careful out there if you're in that spot, boys and girls. It can get nasty real quick. Real quick. But anywho, hope the weather's been good for you guys. It's been better for us here. So of course, as you guys have seen, I've been getting to run a lot of the cars now. So that's been nice. Nice. Okay. Boom, there's that. These damn pins back in here. We're locked in, fellas. We're good to go. We're brand new. Brand new. Kind of makes me want to take the RPM one off the left side. I'm not one of those guys that worries about waiting until it's broke before I fix it. I'm one of those guys that's got a mental problem with knowing that I got a different one on each side. That's what drives me crazy. But everything's tightened down. Bell crank's working nice and smooth. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, buddy. Bell crank's working good. Steering linkage is hooked up good. A-arms are all back in tight and right. And I'm missing one screw right there. So while we're sitting here looking at that, you can see, I don't know if you guys are familiar with X-Maxes or not. Probably a lot of you guys aren't. But they come with these keepers. These pin keepers aren't on all of them. They're just on a couple of them. Most of them have these little bitty 2mm button head Allen screws that go down in here that fit in that hole right there. That's right exactly next to your arm pin, your hinge pin, and half of the screw covers the hinge pin hole, which keeps the hinge pin in there. But as you can see, I cracked this arm. This arm could very well be on its way out. I think it's got a lot more to go. I'm not worried about that. I mean, it's got the whole rest of the arm to go before it gives way. Plus the pin will be held in by the inside and the back side. So I'm not worried about that. But I'm going to run a screw down in here. And hopefully the screw head's big enough to cover that pin a little bit like it's supposed to. Because that's how they do things. Because I was going to take these longer arms off because these arms are considerably longer. They're like an inch and a half and an inch and a half shorter. The stock arms come to about here. So you got an inch and a half and an inch and a half on both sides, which gives the overall truck 3 inches wider. That's why it's called the Wide Max kit. But I didn't really want to do that. You know, it's a lot of work that goes into that. And I'm sitting here looking at it going, you know, I'll leave the green arms on them until they go, you know, until I break them or something happens or whatever or something. And then I'll switch back to the stock arms, which are smaller. Everything's smaller. This dog bone right here is actually bent. This right here has been bent. And right there I got some grind, which I don't know where it's coming from. It's actually stopping that diff a little bit right there on that roll. So I don't know what's going on in that diff. I kind of want to pull the housing out and look at it, actually. Oops, forgot that's not like that. These are 2 mil? 2.5? I think they're 2. Oh, no, they are 2, but I don't have my regular 2. Where's my... Alright, what happened to it now? I'm missing a very important tool. I mean, a very important tool. Bear with me, guys. Give me 1 second. Because I do not know where that's at or what I would have did with it, because it should have been right here and it's not. Bear with me, fellas, bear with me. Bear with me. Gotta be right here on the top. Somewhere. Huh. There it is. Right there. Oh, I can't reach that one there? Wow. That was not long enough. We need an extension for that one. Which I don't know if that one was going to fit either. That one's not going to fit either. Huh. I don't know, fellas. A lot of swapping and interchanging going on here. A lot of swapping and a lot of entertaining. That one right there, too. It should have just popped right on out. How come it's not wanting to pop out? Is it still in the bottom? Am I forgetting one? That's not supposed to be the way this works. It's supposed to be quick access, boys and girls. Quick access. Boom. Yeah, see? Right there. There's nothing there. It's supposed to pop up out of there. Like I thought it was supposed to. What the hell going on here, Junior? because those go in there. These are what hold the skid plate on. Boom. So we're going to do this. Zip. 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 Broken parts need to be out of the way. Zip. Zip. Alright. And that one goes in there, I think, right? That one goes in there. That's where that one goes. So, I don't know why this differential case is not wanting to come off from here. This damn sure supposed to come out of there just like that. Like I said, I knew it came out of there. Alright, hold on guys. Yep, so now let's see what's going on with this. Can you see it? See if I can see any teeth missing out of this. That's almost what it sounds like. But nope, they're all here. All of them are gone. Bearings are still there. Everything's still good. Case is still here, full of grease, which is still good. Alright, pop that sucker back in there like that. Bam! Zip, zip, zip. Zip, zip, zip. Make sure not to over tighten them. Get the zip going. Just like that. Boom, just like that. Everything is okay. So we know stuff moves just fine. Okay. Bingo, bango. Bingo, bango. So, front end's fixed, guys. We're good to go. Locked in. Front end's on. Front end's ready to go back together. Front end is ready. Now we're going to leave this off. From this, what do we have in here? What did we have in here? Oh yeah, our driver. Yeah, driver tip. Wheels and crap. Put this over here. Oops. There. Put the wheels and stuff. And this one went back in. There's that one. Put our little bang bang back over there. Okay. Front end is done. Mine is being hooked back into the chassis. But before we do anything to the center chassis, which is here, I think we can do that. I think we can go ahead and put that on. Dirty. ESC, motor, electronics. I believe everything is still good in there. I don't think anything come apart. Oh, why do I have the receiver out of this? Why did I take the receiver out is the question, and what did I do with it is the other question. that we can get in, that we can definitely get into. And there's our screw that holds in our steering linkage. This is the biggest pain in the butt you'll ever get reassembling any RC car, is hooking this linkage up in there, because it does not want to play well with others. It is actually the biggest pain in the butt ever. Ever. Get all these out. Get all those out like that. And this slides up in here like this. That goes in there like that. And then here is the pain in the ass part. Getting this to button up into this linkage. I mean, you can just lock everything down, of course, but it's a lot easier doing it the other way. Mucho easier doing it the other way. Like I said, this is an absolute pain in the ass. Absolute pain in the butt. Pain in the butt. Make sure everything's tight and right. Looks like it is. Looks like it is. Okay. Okay. So, with all those being in place, we're going to latch these down. So then all we have to do is fight with this steering assembly. And I might not even keep you around here for that. I might shut the camera off, do that, and then bring you guys back, because it's going to be seriously that big of a pain in the ass. Ha! Dumbass. I forgot. I forgot. set down and behave when you have too many screws in there. Yes, that would tend to mess up the feng shui. Boom, boom, just like that. And I really think this should be on the bottom, but there is no bottom. It's got to ride on top, so it has to be like that. And I thought about that the last time I put this sucker together, and it didn't want to go together right, because it never does. It is a pain in the ass. It's stuff like this that makes people despise working on stuff. It's the shittiest design ever. That's exactly what this is a shit design. So we're going to put these in just to hold everything in place, and then we will go back and I will try to get this linkage to marry up. There's the 4. And then you flip this over. And then these. These go on with the skid plate. That's what those go on as. Yes, they do. They go on with the skid plate. So there's 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Just like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So, give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to pause this camera like I said I was going to do. And I'm going to get in here and fight with this linkage right here. This shit right here. Let's see if I can get this in there. I'll be right back. Okay, guys and girls, we got it. We had to put it in there all at an angle, and it's all kitty wampus in there and everything else, but it's in there. But man, oh man, they could have did a little different design on it than this, I'm telling you. After all that, we need, you know what we need? We need some nectar of the gods. Oh yeah, there we go. My crawler guy still going on back here? Oh hell yeah, they are. Cool. Cool. All right, so busted part, busted part, busted part, busted part. There's the other busted part right here. Okay, we'll put all these over here in a baggie. We'll go down to the just in case we need someday pile. And we got the front end on, as you guys can see. And I guess now I better look in here to find out why I don't have a receiver. Because I don't recall taking that out of there. I really don't. Well, I got a receiver in there, it's just the antenna was not sticking out. And why was that? So we need to take this off. That's for damn sure. And that's not going to be the right size. No, it's not going to be the right size. No, it's going to be 1 mils right there. Okay, take that out. Now we got all these new little antenna chutes over here. You want to go red? You want to use the red one this time? We can go red. We can go red. We can go red. We can go red. Go red. Pop him out there. That's too small. Throw him away. Throw away the green one. That's too small. So now, I guess we got to take the rest of it apart so I can rerun the wire, the antenna wire. I know, guys, you probably can't see shit I'm doing. Sorry about that. Boom. So there's that. And there's that. And there's this. So we got to get this to hook. Go up into here. This is not going to be fun. I am not your king, and you are not going to enjoy this. Y'all know what movie that came from. There's some legends. There are some legends. Okay. Boom. There's that. Now we know that's going to come up to there. We know that's okay. That's setting fine. Now we know this needs to come up through here. So we need to run this. Put this up here like this. You get a wubby on it. Which we have right here. Okay, that's tight. So now I'll pull the rest of it, the remainder of it, up into here. Come on. Put that down there for a minute, stick that down in there. Now run this down here. Hold that in place, straighten our antenna back up. Pull the excess wire back through here. Make sure we're not going to get pinched nowhere. Hopefully not. And the only way to find out if we're pinched or not is to do a pull test once we get these tightened back down. Screws are 5 miles long just to hold in a damn receiver lid. That's the waterproofing box, that's why, but still doesn't matter. So now to see if we are safe or not, we take this screw back out. And we pull on this wire, and this wire comes through, and if it runs back and forth, then we know it's not being pinched. Like that. We know it's safe. It's not being pinched nowhere in the box. So, that being like that, we can shove our antenna chute back down in there. Put our lock screw back in here to hold the tube. Just like that. Now, we can go back to stuff this back in here. Like so. Bada bing, bada boom. And get our lid back on. Like that. Uh-oh. There it is. That was close. tight, not too loose either. Of course, it's the one that rolls under the truck. Okay, boom. Receiver's back hooked up. Casing's hooked up. Everything's set up for a waterproofing. Yes, it is. Okay, that's all good to go. Now, do we want to muck around with the rear end? Yes, we do. We have to make room for said rear end. Because we're going to change out the spur gear. Like I said, we're going to a 50, and there's a 52 in here right now. No, there's a 54 in here. Holy Christ! And we're going to a 50. Yes, we're going down, and we're going down 4 teeth and going up 2 teeth on the pinion. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. So this should all work out really good. I'm going to stop you guys a second, check the clock. Okay, we're like 39, 40 minutes in. We're going to stop it right here where we're at, guys. Hold on a minute. Boom. Okay, there we go. Battery didn't make it. Battery shit out. I knew it would. So I just went ahead and put a new battery in it and started over on the exit. But as you see, you got the big rear end of the Max here. We have to take the cush gear out of the center differential. Take the cush gear out. Take the 3 screws out. Put the new spur gear in, the 50 tooth M1 Mod 1. It says M120T right here on that. You guys can see that or not, the lighting. That's what it says right there. So that's our new pinion gear. So this thing should rip. It should be faster than shit when we get done. Going down 4 teeth on a spur gear is substantial. I mean, it is huge. And going up 2 teeth on a pinion, yeah, this thing is going to rip. My only problem with that is I hope I'm not over geared to turn the massive tires. The big wasteland tires. So I'm hoping that it's not too high geared. It should be all right. It should be fine. It should be really fine with the batteries that I have. The dump rate on them as strong as they are, and it should run like a top. It should run with no problems whatsoever. So, okay. With all that being said and done, I'm gonna let you guys go. We're 40, 50 minutes in with just changing that around and putting this on, getting the front tray back hooked into the front end that we did, and getting our receiver and stuff like that back into the front end. The wiring's all good to go. All we got to do now with the front end is when we get this gearing done and we get the pinion done on the motor, and we get this mounted back up in here like that, then we can slide all this back into the center module that's hooked to the front module. That's why I said I love these trucks. These are the best trucks, the e-trucks ever made. I don't care what anybody says. They are the best e-truck ever made. For that fact, they come apart that easy. Rear end, middle, and front end. You sit here and see me put them together after I got done fixing one part at a time. It's the greatest thing ever since sliced cheese. You see me pull the cover off and look at the differential on the front end. It's great. Back end does it too. I have 6 screws here, and I pop this center case off from this center diff, and I get to the cush gear and everything, and this is done. Here's your motor pins to tell you what pins, where to put the pins at, to put the motor in, to line the and then it'll line the motor mesh up perfectly with the gearing. The gearing is listed on this chart right here. It's flawless, dudes. It's a perfect thing. So tomorrow, with any luck, me and the Nitro pup, who's found his way over to me finally, he's right behind me. We're going to make our way to the lot and run the OFNA Ravager, the 9.5 I have, which is a beast with a brand new engine in it. You guys see me break that in. I think we ran 10 tanks to it, 8 tanks to it. And you're going to see the LX2, the LX2 Nitro, the white one with the funky pull start that we couldn't ever get to work. Well, we fixed that problem last night. It's got a brand new pull start and brand new one-way bearing in it. We scuffed the shaft up. It's ready to go. So you guys are going to get to see that demon. That is stupid fast. For you guys that remember it back in the day, it jumps off the ground when you punch it. It is stupid fast. So with both of those, I got them already loaded up. We have the problem truck going back out for a little redemption since he blew the shock out of it last time and we lost his mobility. So the problem truck, and we fixed the rear end. The rear end on that's good to go now too. We fixed that differential. We broke the bearing. The bearing blew out of the diff. So we had to put a new bearing back on the differential. We just put new diffs in it, in the back and the front, and swapped them around. So the problem is ready to go. Got new diffs, new bearings. He's set. So he's got a little redemption run to do. He's going to hit the ramp, do a little flying like everything else is. So tomorrow, hopefully, after they get done working in my apartment here, me and the Beagle will be heading out there about 10:30, 11 o'clock, and we'll get some run time in with 3 pretty good cars, and then we'll come back home. And tomorrow night we'll do episode 103 from the Nitro Corner, and we'll work on putting this back together. We'll get this all done. We'll start hooking it up to the rest of it I have behind me right here. I'll show you how all the modules go together and just bolt right together like butter. It goes together just like peanut butter and jelly. It's the sweetest thing ever. And you'll see how it all lines up. We'll get the wheels and tires back on it, the body on it, and then Monster will be set, cock lock, and ready to rock once again. My new parts for the Kyosho, the C-hub, and the bearing carrier for the right side should be here Friday-ish. They're saying Friday, Saturday-ish. The C-hubs are supposed to be here Saturday. Hopefully they'll be here Friday. And the outdrives are supposed to be here. The bearing carriers are supposed to be here Friday. So then we can get to work on the Kyosho. And one other thing that I ordered that you guys didn't know about was my truggy. My Hobeo Hyper SS truggy, the monster that I got for my birthday. That's sitting back there behind me. That's brand new, lean, clean, it's pretty, orange and black. Yeah. The Great Pumpkin or something like that. We're going to call him. He's going to be something. We're going to name him something like really cool to go with his colors. I ain't figured it out yet, But yeah, it's got that Hyper 30 engine in it. It's got a turbo plug and turbo head in it. We don't want that. So I didn't know that they were so cheap. For $11, I ordered a standard plug, a standard head button. It's going to drop right down in there. I can take the turbo out, and then I can use my standard OS 8 plugs in it, and it's going to run like a champion. I don't have to use turbo plugs in it, so winner. Can't beat that. So with all that, we got all that going on, and then not to mention, like I said, the 3.0, the HPI 3.0 with the new connecting rod and piston sleeve. We have so much going on in the Nitro Corner. There's so much going on OG's channel right now. This is great. This is really, really great. We're doing a good job here, guys. We're right there knocking on the door of 500. Yeah, a lot of things going on. Exciting times to be in the hobby right now. So with all that being said, OG's Nitro RCs coming at you from the Nitro Corner, episode 102. Working on the Big Max, the Mad Max. Got the front end done. Now we need to work on the gearing, and then we can slap it all back together. But smash that like button for me, please. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already. Hit that bell for notifications so you know when OG's online. And make sure to keep track of my videos, guys. There's a lot more to come. We're just getting started for 2025. You guys know how we roll. So, OG out. Catch you in the next one. Peace.